Hi and welcome along to AFTV. We've got a very special preview of Arsenal versus Chelsea. I've got the guys from Blues Fans TV here with me. Sophie is here.
Back again.
Oh, no, don't say back again, Fish, right? And we've got Lewis as well.
What are you saying, man?
Lewis, my phone just drops on the floor. My phone has dropped on the floor because I was just looking at this mad stat, yeah? This mad stat here, right? That actually Chelsea, who sit in 4th place on 32 points, have lost 7 games this season. 7. Arsenal, who currently sit in 11th, we've lost 5 games. We've lost less games than Chelsea, but we're still in 11th.
Been having a few
and
draws.
They're in 4th, but we've drawn 9 games. You guys have only drawn 2. Incredible. And I'm really intrigued for this preview because Chelsea, you guys might be able to explain to me. I can't work you lot out.
Yeah, we can't really.
One minute I
saw
you lot playing against Tottenham, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
If they come to our place and play like that, we'll get smashed to pieces. Then I saw your game against Southampton where they took you lot apart. They were schooling you up, and I was like, huh?
Yeah.
And you've had a lot of games like that this season, haven't you? Bournemouth, who we drew with, they came to your place and beat you. What's going on with Chelsea? I mean, who's going to begin?
Lewis, you begin first.
God knows. We're trying to figure out ourselves. Part of me thinks it's a mix of complacency and fatigue because we'll turn up for the big occasion, a game like Tottenham away, or just an away game in general. But when it comes to home games against any team that sits deep against us, just struggle to break them down because it's obvious what they'll try and make us do. They'll just push us out onto wings and make us cross and then just put 2 or 3 men on Tabby Abraham. Because our crossing is dreadful. We could cross for like 2 hours and you still wouldn't find him. So we end up just being very predictable in the attack and our defence ain't even that good anyway, so it just takes one chance.
But, you know, on Chelsea, I think a lot of people this season, even myself as a non-Chelsea, obviously, supporter or lover, and I've always over the years been able to pull on the fact that, you know what, Chelsea, they play a rubbish football. I'd hate to be watching.
No.
Listen, you've won things.
Memory ball.
Hold on, let me finish.
Yeah,
right? I've over the years been able to, because you lot have been obviously successful, but I've always been able to just put that caveat, yeah, it's crap football, man. I wouldn't want to watch that. But I have to say, this year, you lot have been playing some good football, and it's been, even as an Arsenal fan, I kind of like the fact that even though you've been forced to do it, you've been playing all these youngsters as well, and they've been looking good.
Yeah, and also they've played some of the best football, I think. Some of our youngsters, I mean, Tomori's come into the side. He's a defender, for those of you Arsenal fans that don't know. And he's been by far one of our best defenders. Mason Mount, I mean, you can tell that Frank and Jody really rate him highly.
He's very similar to Lampard, isn't he?
Yeah, and he got into the team ahead of Bartley. Bartley's not really had a look in the whole entire season, so it's obviously... And even actually, I'll say about Mason Mount, whenever I sit really close to the pitch when I'm at Stamford Bridge, his work rate is just, it's crazy. When you can actually see it in their eyes, what they're doing, it's completely different to a lot of the other players, which I think a lot of the other players, some of the older ones have, or the more senior ones, or more experienced ones, have just become a little bit complacent. So I think they make the difference. Tammy's obviously been fantastic. So yeah, I think what Frank has done has been incredible on that side of things. I just think, and what Frank has done is, if you look at the Tottenham game, we hadn't won against Tottenham away since like 2012. I think it was 4-2. It was my first White Hart Lane game years ago. So I think what he instills into the team is how important it is to play for Chelsea. I mean, he even came over to the fans after. We haven't seen that in a while from managers. But then when it gets to the easier games, I feel like there isn't enough... I don't know, not energy, like there isn't enough hunger to go and win. It's more like we get, like Lewis said, we just get a bit more complacent and we think, oh yeah, it's all right, which I think when we do get our signing, when we get our transfer ban lifted, well, we've got this window, haven't we? Then I think we'll see a change in those gains. But at the moment, it's very hit and miss.
Go and just put all the youngsters on loan again. And just spend.
No, they won't. I mean, Frank has saved us an absolute fortune. And I will go as far as saying, obviously, Willian had a fantastic game against Tottenham, but our youngsters have by far been the difference, and Kante, of course.
Well, listen, what obviously it is going to be, even though we're in 11th at the moment, so I suppose you could class us as one of those teams sort of towards it. But it's not going to be that type of game. It's going to be a massive game.
I don't think it matters for either of us
how our form is.
The minute Chelsea and Arsenal play each other, although you've had a good record against over the years at the Emirates.
But the thing is about this game that makes it even bigger for Arsenal fans is the fact that it's Mikel Arteta's first home game. And obviously, so the fans are going to be pumped up.
Hope it goes as well as Emery's first home game.
That's it. Emery's first home game was against you guys, wasn't it? No,
City.
actually, City. We had City, then we had you guys away. And then, like, Arteta, all right, we take the Bournemouth out of it. We've got, like, you guys, then Man United. So, again, a real...
You got United after as well.
We've got Man United after you guys, so it's a real baptism of fire. So, it's going to be Arteta's first game. It's going to be, you know, we're going to be really pumped up for it. Chelsea, what's their style going to be then? You know, we
hard to say.
Yeah, away from home though, you've been had a quite successful time. What's the style going to be, you think, against us in that game?
Part of me thinks we'll actually end up doing 3 at the back again. There was a lot of question marks for it after the Southampton game, but that didn't suit a game like that. Against a team that's going to sit deep against us and just wait for us to make mistakes, it doesn't suit us. That suits a team that's going to try and force us into mistakes in defence as well. It suits a much more open game. And I know Arsenal v Chelsea is going to be more open. You lot aren't going to sit deep against us for 90 minutes. You lot need the points more than us, if we're being honest. So you lot are going to go out there, you're going to ask questions of our defence.
As I said, it's Arteta's first game.
Exactly. So in a game like this, we play 5 at the back because our defence also is a little bit suspect as well. But it also allows us to push forward a lot more quicker, and it allows us to ask questions of your defence as well. Your defence is 10 times worse than ours.
All right, steady up, man. You're in our place enough.
It is actually.
It has been.
I can't wait to see Louise in a couple of days. I can't wait.
David Luiz, of course, is going to be playing against Chelsea. What sort of reception will you lot give him?
I don't know. I mean, even when he went to PSG, for instance, like he celebrated a goal against us, we weren't really too fond about that. I don't think there'll be any sort of reception. I don't think we'll boo him. I don't think we'll clap. I just think it'll just be one of those matches, really. It'll be interesting to see what Frank does, how he sets his team up, I think. I mean, I'm not a fan of using wing-backs without Alonso. I think Alonso is a really good wing-back, and a lot of Chelsea fans won't agree with me on that. But I've seen some of Alonso's best games as him being a wing-back. I think Emerson full-back.
He's not a great defender, is he?
No. He's a good He's a really good wing-back, though.
Exactly,
but I don't think Emerson is as good, nothing compared to Alonso in a wing-back.
Saying anything at left-back.
No, Alonso. I think Emerson is a better full-back, a left-back than Alonso. I'll go with that. But I don't know. I don't know if that's the way. When we come to Arsenal normally, you always seem to go at us. And it's us, especially in the first 45 minutes, it's normally us just defending. Well, from the Emirates games I've been to. So I hope Frank doesn't set it out like that, because I think you'll be raring to go, and I think we should also be as well. So I want to see us playing some attacking football. It just depends on, I don't know how you're going to set up, actually. How do you think
I think Arsenal are going to be quite attacking in this game. In the last game against Bournemouth, what we saw is a team that created a lot of chances, which we haven't seen that for a long time with Arsenal. It's been very, very poor. Actually, ever since we lost to you guys in the final, you know, all right, steady on. Right, when we lost to you guys in that final, the decline sort of started then. And one of the things that really cost Unai Emery's job was that we weren't creating. You know, there's a lot of games, there's very drab performances. But in the last game against Bournemouth, we created chances. And I think Chelsea are going to have to be very worried about our attacking play as well. Aubameyang is always a threat. You know, I mean, despite how poor we've been, still got, I think, his 12 goals this season, 14 in all competitions. That's very impressive. Lacazette, he was a bit poor against Bournemouth, but I think he'll be back in there. And I think one player, I don't know if Martinelli would be fit. If he is, very good player. But if not, maybe this might be a game when Pepe starts. And I'm telling you, this guy, he's not hit the ground running yet, but he's a very... If you guys are saying the defence is a bit shaky, he's a guy who can expose that. I've not seen a guy with this bag of tricks for a very long time. So, you know, but you know, obviously our weaknesses have been in defence. That's where we've been weak, and particularly at the moment, you know, I mean, we've got.
Our weaknesses are all the other end of the pitch, aren't they? Although Tammy's a great striker.
Yeah, we're missing both of our. It's not even the centre backs at the moment. It's a right back and left back. We have to play Saka as a left back because both Tierney and Kolasinac are out. And at right back, Bellerin, I'm not sure if he'll be fit in time for the game. So it's been Ainsley Maitland-Niles. So
Maitland-Niles and Saka are fullbacks. Okay. Nice.
But you've been come to saying nice to the Emirates before. And in recent times, as Sophie said,
this is
we
a
got
different
a good
Arsenal
record.
team. This
We
is
got
a
a good
different
record against
No,
you.
I don't. No, I don't think it matters, Lewis. I'm going to disagree with my own friend here. Now, do you know what I'll say? I think I'm always worried when I come to the Emirates. I think the difference here is that yes, we played fantastic against Tottenham, but I think a lot of that was because Frank knows how Mourinho thinks, and I think he got one up on him there, and that was the difference. He knew how to exploit their weaknesses in a sense, and I think Tottenham went in thinking they had the upper hand. With this game, I think Frank's going to have to really put his thinking cap on here because I'm worried. Doesn't matter how poor you've been recently. Chelsea, yeah, we've played some fantastic football. Then you look at us against Southampton and it's gone the other way. So I think both teams are going to be very unpredictable in this game. I don't think you can predict.
I think you guys are a good team. I think you're a better team than us at the moment.
I wouldn't be surprised if we came out with a draw.
Yeah, I'm saying Arteta factor. The fact that this is his first game at home, everyone's going to be really pumped up and excited to see what he does.
But it's Frank's first game at the Emirates, and we're looking for a win just as much as you.
I think Lampard understands what it means to be Arsenal as well, and we also need a win as well because with this last loss, Tottenham's only 3 points behind us.
Yeah.
So if you beat us, you're actually helping your neighbours out. Just throwing that one in there as well.
Yeah.
We just want to beat you. You know, about helping out neighbours.
Do you want to help Tottenham?
Yeah.
No, I don't
Do
want to help
your neighbours out.
I don't want to help anybody.
Christmas giving?
All I want to do is help us, and we need to win. We need a win. It'd be great. I mean, I think it could be literally lift off for Arteta if he was to beat you guys. And I don't know. I saw signs in the last game. Obviously, I think what worries me, as I said, is the right and left back positions. You know, I've seen you guys. You know, Willian in that game against Tottenham. You know, I mean, when you've had the width, what's the American guy again? Pulisic. You know, that worries me if you start bringing these guys in to exploit those positions.
I think Pulisic will play, actually.
Kovacic in midfield
yeah,
too.
Kovacic is insane.
Yeah.
For me, it's key that Kovacic plays.
Definitely.
Mount needs to be in the team. I think our midfield needs to be switched up from what it was at Southampton.
Definitely.
So if he does that, I'm confident. If he plays a team like he did against Southampton, then yeah, I'm a bit worried because that's not the team you take to
I think I want to see Arteta go bold with the front three.
You always play best when you do that.
Torreira had a great game against Bournemouth. It's kind of look back to his old self. So I'd have Torreira, probably Xhaka in there, Ozil, and then it's going to back. The back is the back. There's not a lot we can do about that at the moment.
I can't wait to see Torreira in Kante's pocket again.
Huh?
That's what I can't wait for.
Torreira, listen, man, Torreira, he looked back to his old self the other day. Don't get too overconfident, man. Yeah, I mean, I think...
No, I'm just remembering Baku when Kante in a leg
That's
break sent
Baku,
him off in
man.
tears.
The Baku ate the Emirates.
Baku might not be the
Baku ate
Emirates,
man.
It's going to be a prediction of what's
As
to
I
come.
said, you know, you're not unbeatable. You've lost...
We're definitely not unbeatable. I'm actually surprised that we've lost more than you guys. But this is still, nothing's taken away. This is the worst Arsenal side I've seen in years. And this isn't even me trying to banter anybody. This is generally the worst Arsenal side I've seen in years.
What if that worst Arsenal team in years beats you?
Do you know how pissed I'm going to be? It'll be like when we lost to Palace and then had a point in the league before facing us.
I went up to Arsenal a while ago and I did, like a few weeks ago, a couple months ago, and I did a stat-based quiz and I asked 30 Arsenal fans one question each and we saw how many got. Well, I think we got 8 out of 30, but it was crazy that some of your players that have like, the worst rep, for instance, Xhaka, he had the joint most assists for 2019, something like that. So your worst players also contribute to your goals.
The problem
essentially.
is, so that's it. It's inconsistency.
Yeah.
If they turn up on the day.
If they turn up on the day, nah, but I don't see them doing it. I really don't.
All right, let's get predictions then. Lewis, we'll start with you.
I don't want to say clean sheet. After the Tottenham game, 3-1 Chelsea.
No way. Are you serious?
3-1 Chelsea. I'm saying 3-1 Chelsea.
Okay, I'm going to just be honest because I'm not sure. After the Southampton game, I'm a tiny bit worried. I'm going to go 1-1 because I think that's actually quite realistic for where we both are. And the only reason I'm saying that I don't know if we'll get the edge is because I've been to the Emirates so many times and you've just like ran all over the place, even when you've been so poor in previous games. So I'm going to go 1-1 in the hope that Chelsea nick a late winner.
I'm going 2-1. I'm going 2-1 to Arsenal. I think it's Mikel Arteta's first game. I think we're going to surprise some people. Yes, I was very impressed with Chelsea when they beat Tottenham. And I'd have been a bit more fearful had they beaten Southampton as well and they were sort of on a roll. I know, obviously, it's a chance for them to bounce back, but I just feel that might prick the nerves a bit as well with Frank. Does he go really bold like what he did against Chelsea? knowing that we got a good attack. And as I said, under Arteta, I just think he's going to have them a bit more drilled. It will not be the Unai Emery sort of Arsenal that you guys have been seeing at home. And I fancy us. I'm going 2-1.
I think you're
play
reaching,
five at the
Robbie,
back,
but
we're done.
okay, we'll see.
2-1 Arsenal I'm going. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. If you're a Chelsea fan, don't forget to subscribe to these guys. Blues Fan TV.
Hi.
Sophie and Lewis, they do a great job for Chelsea. Hopefully they'll be leaving the Emirates full of tears and I'll be comforting them
Stop
and saying,
it.
you know,
I will see
getting
you
them
for,
an Uber
I will
to
see
go
you
back
for
to
the
West London,
post-match
you know what I mean?
interview.
I'll take the Uber. I ain't even gonna lie. I'll take that.
But, you know, one last question before I go. Just
Oh,
remember,
no.
man, what is happened to Giroud?
Oh, I
Where's
know.
Giroud, man?
Saving him for the
Well, you
big
looked up to
occasion. You
Giroud.
man will see
No,
him
no,
on
but what-
Sunday.
You don't play him.
He played him
What-
against. No. He played
It's
him.
Tammy. It's
They
Tammy,
played him
innit?
against. Was it West Ham? We played him against.
Yeah, but let's
And we
not
lost.
talk about that
No,
performance.
because Tammy was injured. The fact of the matter is, Tammy has been one of our best players this season. He isn't going to get in ahead of the team against
Giroud's
Tammy.
a
No
French
way.
international World Cup winner.
Yeah, but it's
You-
How
lot
can you
be
handle
lucky if
Giroud
he
like
don't
that,
play.
man? You
You
not treat Giroud so bad.
Oh, stop it. We treated him bad. You sold him. What do you want about Robbie? You
Trigger.
sold him.
See that little bit? I'm not calling for it. I'm
Treating
not
him
calling
bad.
for it.
Right, so don't forget the game takes place on Sunday at 2 o'clock UK time. I'm also going to be doing a preview over on these guys' channel as well, so make sure you check it out. And don't forget to subscribe here to AFTV.